So, Southern Paladin, you made that video, Pew Pew Pills, I think it was called. Really good video. I'd actually, I wanted to say, I appreciate you saying that I sound good. I feel good. As far as the move goes, I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow will be the deciding factor. I go to talk to that foreman and whatnot, and we'll see what happens from there. But as far as things look right now, I think I'm gonna take that job. It's still with the same employer. It's just, yeah. And and going to the business on the ammunition, so that that Taurus G3C. So the reason why I went with the G3C instead of the G2C was that the G3C has the sights are much more basic on it. And maybe this sounds kind of stupid, but my thought is that they're not as delicate, so when you're carrying it, there's less chance of them getting knocked off. And also there's less to them, so there's less chance of them snagging, if that makes sense. And the gun was the right price. I was really looking at a little 38, and a guy I know who works the gun counter at a local sporting goods store, who's kind of a friend of mine. He took me out and he had a G3C, and I really liked it, so that was what I ended up getting. It's a pretty. I find that I've tried some different ammunition in it. How do I say this? It shoots everything really consistently, but it just, the impact point is different, and it actually, surprisingly, it seems to, and I can drift my rear sight, but I don't have any elevation adjustments, so that might dictate a lot of it. It seems like the lighter stuff shoots more point of impact, whereas the heavier stuff seems to shoot a little lower. Which doesn't bother me. I don't have strong feelings on it. I've shot 115 full metal jacket. I've shot 125 full metal jacket, or is it 124? I think it's 124. And the 124s, I've also got some Federal Punch, which is a hollow point. And I've also shot some Federal HST in 147 grain, and I'm carrying the 147 grain right now, even though it tends to shoot low. My thought is I'll probably just, once I burn that up, I'll probably be done with it, kind of thing, and I probably go to something lighter like 115. I kind of was thinking a little bit with the heavier grain is that, I don't know, like if somebody was wearing, body armor or something like that, you'd at least break a rib so you could slow them down, but you'd probably do that with a lighter round too. I mean, you want something heavier and slower, or lighter and faster, like you're getting energy either way. And you mentioned the bonded thing. That's good to know. I tend to stick, and I'll probably find, I don't know, maybe if that HST, if they make that in 115, maybe that's what I'll go with. I don't know. I like the idea also of a bonded bullet. And I think that you and I think that way because we hunt and we see terminal ballistics. I guess that's the term. I don't know. And I agree. I like I like bonded bullets. I like partitions. I like stuff like that. So I totally I'm on board with you. If I was to hand load 9 millimeter, like let's say I really got heavy into 9 millimeter and was like a complete nut with it, Barnes makes 115 grain. I think it's fully copper, like there's no lead in it, and it's a hollow point, and that looks like a pretty cool bullet. It would be pretty stiff, but still have some expansion. So that something I don't know. Like I say, I at this point I really would look at something off the shelf that would be a good bullet. And yeah, I don't know. I when I look at like for an outdoors revolver, what I'm probably going to do is just kind of scour my local pawn shop and see what I can find for a good deal. So I'm not in a hurry with it. Whatever. When I find it, I find it. But if I was going to go out and buy something brand new off the rack, maybe like a Smith and Wesson 686 or something like that. Like like a like an L frame, like that medium frame but kind of hefty. Some 6, 7 shots, something like that, with probably a 4-inch barrel. I feel like a 4-inch barrel is really nice for like woods carry. Not to say that a 3-inch wouldn't be good too, but I feel like a 4-inch, if you were 3-inch is better, I think, for social work if you were gonna do. And like I say, I kind of lean towards double action because of the fact that if you were in a tight spot, you can just keep pulling that trigger till she's dry. But I don't know. I would get a single action in the right situation too. But I would probably, with a single action, I would modify it heavily. I kind of like that Keith style grip frame, so I would modify it somehow like that, or even like not the real Bisley, but the Ruger Bisley. I like that one too. And I'd probably shorten the barrel and the ejector rod to like, I don't know, 3 3/4 inches or something like that. But then, I don't know, you're kind of getting into an arts and crafts project, so I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm just batting ideas around at this point, and I'll have to see. Yeah, so I'll cut that off there. Everyone take care.